Well, hey everybody, welcome back to the studio. I've got a video coming out real soon on the DBX disc, and I picked this thing up a while back. It was recorded from a SoundStream 16-bit digital audio master back in 1980, and I really wanted a standalone Phono Preamp to make that video with. I wanted to get the sound from the album to the decoder and to you guys on the video without involving my entire hi-fi setup in it. Well, around the same time that I was planning this video, Fosi Audio reached out to me and said, hey, we've got this new standalone Phono Preamp coming out that's got really good specs. Would you be interested in taking a look at it and maybe reviewing it on air? And I said, sure, that's exactly what I've been looking for to do this other video. So today, we're going to take a look at this brand new Fosi Audio Phono Preamp and see what we think of it. Stay tuned. Now, those of you that are fans of the channel already know this, but I'm going to say it again. I'm not an audiophile. I don't buy audiophile equipment. This is more of a channel for the every guy, any person that wants to go out and enjoy this stuff and not spend a fortune. So that's kind of what I really concentrate on here on the channel. Now, the turntable that I use, definitely not an audiophile unit by any stretch of the imagination. This is an old Pioneer model, probably from the, I don't know, late 80s or early 90s. Not an upper end unit, not the cheapest one in the world. It's got a regular Audio-Technica cartridge on it. It's nothing spectacular. So it's the type of turntable that just about anybody would probably have to play their vinyl record collection on. I don't listen to a lot of vinyl records. I'm a tape guy myself. So when I do listen to vinyl, this is what I use. So I figured we'd use kind of a run-of-the-mill standard phonograph for this to test out this new Fosi Audio Phono Preamp, because if it can make this sound good, then I'm pretty confident that it'll make any turntable sound good, even an audiophile turntable or something a lot nicer than this. So let's get this thing out of the box and see what's inside. Now, I am going to say and get this out there, Fosi Audio did send this to me, and I told them ahead of time I'm going to do a good, bad, and ugly kind of review. If you're not prepared to take any criticism, if I've got any, then please don't send this to me. And they said, nope, we like your content and we'd rather you be honest about it, so I will. Now, they did also say they were going to send me some links, and I'll put those down in the description for discounts and things like that if anybody wants to buy one, because this just got released a couple of days ago. So it's a brand new product on the market, and we're going to be one of the first to take a look at this. So I'm kind of excited about that. All right, well, let's see what we've got in the box here. To start off with, looks like we've got a pretty chunky power supply. It's a 16 volt, looks like 1 amp output. This is a US one, it's not a multi-voltage, but I'm sure they have one for everywhere in the world. Now, I've had Fosi Audio stuff before. I've got a DAC of theirs that I've had for years and really, really like it. I was really impressed with the quality of it for the price, because these are not super expensive. So I was actually pretty excited to take a look at this one and see if it lived up to, you know, my experience with their other products. Pretty nice little manual here. We'll get into that in a second. Let's go ahead and get the unit out of the box here. It's well packaged. All right, that's actually a nice looking unit. This is actually the back of it. Front's really simple. Looks like it's just got a power button, maybe an indicator light over here. Nice metal construction. It feels like all the way around. Nice weight to it. On the back, looks like we do have the input, and this will work with MM and MC cartridges, so no matter what you've got, it'll work with that. It does allow you to select those. Moving coil, moving magnet here. RCA output does have a grounding lug on it, which I think is important with the turntable. And then it does have selectable gain as well. And it looks like 38, 48, 56, and 66 decibel gain on the input there. So it lets you match it to your exact cartridge and turntable and for your outputs. So looks like a very, very simple device. See if it says anything else in the manual here about it. Let's see, 4 selectable gain settings. Yep. It's equipped with high precision capacitors and resistors to ensure very low noise, providing a pristine audio experience. Straightforward RCA inputs and outputs to make it simple, which it does. Yeah, all aluminum chassis. So yeah, that was an all metal chassis, all aluminum on that, which is nice. And shields against electromagnetic interference. Okay, well that's good enough. Now I did read on here somewhere, I was just kind of glancing through their website, that a lot of the components on here are a pretty good quality. And in fact, yeah, they offer an 18-month warranty on it, and it looks like looking on the box here, a 30-day return period. So I guess if you get one and don't like it, you can always return it. But I'm actually curious to fire this thing up and see what it sounds like. The signal to noise ratio on it, and I could be wrong, and if I am, I'll put it up on the screen here, but I believe I read it's like greater than 92 decibels signal to noise ratio. So that's why I was pretty impressed with this, and I wanted to give this a try to use in that DBX disc video, because they're supposed to have an incredible signal to noise ratio as well. So let's go ahead and get this thing hooked up and see how easy it is to use, and we'll see what it sounds like. Setup should be pretty straightforward on this device. Now, one thing I forgot to mention before, this thing does have proper RIAA equalization built in, so it should be perfectly matched to the turntables as far as the equalization and everything is concerned, which I would expect a Phono Preamp to have that built in. So we've got our inputs over here on this side. It does have the grounding lug, which you always want to make sure you have, and if you have it, you want to make sure it's hooked up, because you'll get hum and buzz and all that in your turntable if you don't. So we get those in there. I've got the gain set down to the minimum just to try it out. I've got it set on moving magnets. That's the type of cartridge that we have. Go ahead and get our output hooked up. Now I've got this set up right now, just going into some powered speakers over on the editing desk. I'll do a capture, a live capture of this as well for you. That way you can kind of hear what it sounds like, to the best of YouTube's ability anyway. All right, well, let's give this a shot and see what it sounds like. I'm expecting it to be pretty good. I mean, I've been impressed with the quality of their stuff in the past, so I have no reason to think that this is going to be any different. Do want to give a shout out to Patrick Cornelius. Went to middle school with him. He's a great musician. Happens to put his stuff out on vinyl, so I tend to use that. So far, the sound quality is actually really, really good. I'm going to keep bumping this forward. I want to try not to hit too many content matches if I can't help it. But the sound quality is actually pretty good. It seems nice and warm. The lows and highs are there. Doesn't seem like it's clipping anything, cutting anything off. Yeah, seems to be a nice unit. I don't hear a lot of noise out of it, which for that upcoming DBX video I think is pretty important. I didn't want something that was going to introduce a lot of noise or distortion. In fact, I think the total harmonic distortion on this, if I remember right, was like 0.009%. It was something really low like that. So it seems to be a really nice unit. I'm going to go ahead and get this set up and capture some actual direct feed from this for you. That way you can kind of hear what it sounds like for yourself. I think that actually sounds really, really good. I'd say it's actually better than the Kenwood amp that I use that has a phono stage built into it. Nice and warm sound. I didn't catch a whole lot of noise or extra hiss coming from it. Seemed like it was well matched. I'm actually glad that I got my hands on this because I think it'll do really, really well in that DBX video coming up. So make sure you stay tuned for that. But yeah, overall impressions, nice heavy unit, nice specs, seems like it's built well. This will be something that we'll keep using around the studio here as time goes on, and I'll give you more reports on it if I have any issues with it or find out anything else. But yeah, for now, I think nice unit. Fosi Audio, Phono Preamp. It's called the Box X5, definitely something to check out. For those that are interested, they did give me some discount codes for the next couple of weeks since it is a brand new introduction to the market. So if you're interested, check out the product information in the links in the description below. But anyway, that's all I've got time for this week. Make sure you stay tuned for the DBX disc video that's coming up here real soon as well. If you have any comments or suggestions, or if you've used something similar to this, let me know. Leave them down in the comments below. I love hearing from each and every one of you. But until next time, happy listening.